But what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us is the condition of your heart and the state of your actions. That is something that is determining whether you are people of the hellfire or the people of the paradise.
أفتطمعون أن يؤمنوا لكم وقد كان فريق منهم يسمعون كلام الله ثم يحرفونه من بعد ما عقلوه وهم يعلمون وإذا لقوا الذين آمنوا قالوا آمنا وإذا خلا بعضهم إلى بعض قالوا أتحدثونهم بما فتح الله عليكم ليحاجوكم به عند ربكم أفلا تعقلون أولا يعلمون أن الله يعلم ما يسرون وما يعلنون ومنهم أميون لا يعلمون الكتاب إلا أماني وإن هم إلا يظنون فويل للذين يكتبون الكتاب بأيديهم ثم يقولون هذا من عند الله ليشتروا به ثمنا قليلا فويل لهم مما كتبت أيديهم وويل لهم مما يكسبون.
False hopes and wishful thinking. There are many people who have false hopes. You know, I identify as a Muslim, I'm born in a Muslim family, I pray my Jumu'ah, I pray my Eid, I'm going to paradise, and everybody else is going to hellfire. This is something that's rebuked in these verses. So first thing that we learn from this passage and these verses that we are considering in this episode today is one of the great things or great actions that lead to never being guided is to reinterpret the verses of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to fit your worldview, to fit your desires, to change the verses, to reinterpret things, to change the interpretations, to not rely on the sunnah and the tradition that we have, but to just come up with arguments and ideas that are contrary to the sunnah of the Messenger alayhi as-salatu was-salam. So this is something that leads to being misguided, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions us to this in these verses. The second thing is to just be mere happy with recitation and memorization and not taking Quran as a book of guidance and understanding it and implementing it to change our lives. So that is not the purpose of the book. So this is something that people take as false hopes and wishful thinking, and they start thinking that just by belonging to a certain family or a certain cult or a certain sect, they have a Jannah card and they will go to paradise and Jannah and everybody else will go to hellfire. But what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us is the condition of your heart and the state of your actions. That is something that is determining whether you are people of the hellfire or the people of the paradise. So something really important to think, are we being relaxed and just talking about some sort of a sect or community or school of thought and so on and so forth, or are we really focused on our action? And once again, there's a reminder again that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows what you do privately and what you do publicly. So let's not forget how we act, especially privately as well as publicly, when we are sinning and transgressing against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.